Hi class, for this portion of the lab, you're going to modify the applet to these values. So 20 and a sample of 10. So let me go to the actual applet. So you're just going to put a 2 there, and we're going to be looking at samples of 10s. Now, what this actually represents is if we were like a quality control subject that is checking the bags of the M&M, and in this case, we're looking to see if they represent 20% of the samples and for the orange M&Ms. Now, you're also going to actually have your Excel file open, and you're going to be recording your results. So what you're going to do here is run it once and then record the total number of orange, in this case 2. So your first recording or your first sample is 2, which represents if you were to actually open a package of an M&M and it has 10. In this case, that single package had a total of 2 orange M&Ms. Now, you're going to continue this process and keep recording, and you're looking for a total of 20. So I'm going to run it again. And then the next one give us a 1. You're going to continue this process and technically record all of your results all the way to 20. So here I'm just going to speed up the process so that we get a total of 20. And this is what we get on the 20. Now, what you're inserting in this portion is your results, and you're going to show the modification of the applet. So basically insert in this portion, make sure you get the M&M portion, and then that's your actual results for the 20. Make it smaller so that it fits. In this case, this is actually fine. What I want to see here is that you modified the applet to these values, and also here's your 20 results. Now for the next portion, and let me fix the Word document. You're going to insert a picture of the collected data. So what you're going to do is technically you should have numbers all the way to the 20 here, and then simply put the Excel file there or behind the Word document. Then go to the insert and capture your 20 results. Obviously here I don't have 20 results, I'm just showing you, but you would have the total number of your results here, which should match to these results in this position. The next question, they actually want us to insert, let me erase this. This is a previous one that I was testing. Insert a picture of the distribution. So for this one, you're gonna go to your go to the applet, make sure that it's the one that has the 20 results, and then you're just gonna screenshot it. So let me go to insert and only capture the actual distribution. So we're looking at this portion here. Make sure you have the title, and then we're only looking at the actual distribution of your results. So let me make space for it. And that is pretty much it for part C. The next question, it's actually asking what is the approximate shape of your distribution. Now, for the company perspective, they already know what it should look like. And then here we're only getting a total of 20 samples. For our collected data, you're basing your results based on, well, this actual sketch. Now, in this situation, based on what I have, my distribution looks skewed to the right. So skewed to the right means if you were to have outliers, there would be large values. And let me try to fix the actual arrow here. So for this specific distribution, it looks approximately skewed to the right. Now, remember that the right technicality here, it's referring to where you have the actual, where you're going to have maximum value. So in this case, the proper wording would be that the approximate distribution is skewed to the right, or it is likely that the distribution is skewed to the right. Now, for this one, we're just looking at the distribution of our results. We're only looking at a total of 20 samples. The last portion of the lab is to look at the population, which means that you're sampling more and more actual values. Now, the last portion, in this case, on part E, you're going to be inputting your data into StatCrunch, and you're going to be running these three graphs. So this is the best way to actually approach this one. So let me actually erase these. And what you should have here is basically a clean sheet. To insert the title, you just click here. So you click here, and then you can actually modify it. I'm just going to label it as M&M sample. And then what you're doing is, technically you have your 20 results here. You would do a left click copy, then take that data into the StatCrunch and do a Control V, and that's gonna place it. So you basically hit a Control, so, and then the letter V, and that's gonna actually put it somewhere. So Control V. If you do a Control Paste, I think it gives you an error. No, it wants to print it. The proper command is Control V. Okay, so now that you have your actual data inputted, if it doesn't work, just type it in, but the Control V would be the best one. You're gonna do your graphs. So you're gonna actually run the bar graph. We can get it out of the histogram. So click on the M&M sample, compute it. I'm just gonna make it smaller so that I can fit it here. Obviously, you're gonna have your 20 values, so this result is gonna be slightly different. Then stem and leaf plot, compute it. I'm just gonna place it, put it there, and then the box plot or the whisker plot, it's gonna be here. Okay, in this case, mine looks really different because I only have 3 values, but yours is gonna look like a whisker plot. Let me just verify this, and I'm just gonna put more. Okay, there we go. So that now looks what it's supposed to look like. So place it somewhere here. And then what I'm gonna do is make them look about the same size. So that's actually pretty good. And then go to the Word document, do a insert, and then capture the three graphs. As long as they look about the same size, that would be sufficient. So then make it smaller so that I can see them. And that's actually it. The main idea here on the applet is basically to have a tool that, since we cannot be in person actually looking at M&M bags, we have a simulator that will approximate values of the population, or some of the values that the company is providing. Obviously, I'm modifying these, but I think the probability of orange, it's around 20% from the video. That's actually it for this one.